Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining us. If you are returning, you already know it. You are fabulous. Y'all, I've been on a 14-hour night shift and I am ready to reset my home, move my body, clear my mind, and prepare my heart for the day ahead. First, I got to say good morning to my little buddy. Y'all, one thing I've learned about myself is that if I sit down after work, I am probably not going to get back up. So when I get home, I just start in. I go in head first, going at it like a mad woman because I know that if I give it my best like first thing in the morning and get everything done that is my responsibility, then the rest of my day is going to go so much smoother. I mean, just the simple task of like cleaning these counters off and putting everything away and straightening everything up, it does something for my mind, y'all. I mean, it literally like clears the clutter in my head while I'm clearing the clutter in my space. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments that I'm not alone on that one. But really, though, y'all, I've noticed that when my house feels chaotic, my brain feels chaotic too. Now, I'm not saying my house is always spotless. Absolutely not. But if you've been around me for any length of time, you already know that I kind of clean all the time. I like for things to be put away and in their place and whatever. It seems like it never lasts, but I do my best to like keep things put up and organized. Speaking of organizing, y'all, I found these containers at the Dollar Tree. These are actually really nice, y'all. They were good quality. Like they were actually really good. Y'all, this is the Buff City soap Narcissus multi-purpose spray, and it smells divine, y'all. It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Anyways, back to what we were talking about though, but like one thing that I have learned with this job, the job that I'm doing, the private caregiving, is that quickly your life can change. Like you can be perfectly healthy and independent one day and then suddenly find yourself needing help with every single thing you do. Like literally imagine needing help with everything. Like it is it has changed my perspective so much. I think when we're young, we assume that we'll like always have time. We'll start exercising later. We'll eat healthy later. Spend time with our family later. Slow down later. But later isn't promised. Do you hear me? And that's not meant to be negative. If anything, it's meant to be appreciate life more. It's made me appreciate an ordinary moments more, like the morning coffee, the sunshine, my ability to walk across the living room, for heaven's sakes, my ability to bend down and pick something up, y'all. It's so important. I'm telling you, things we don't even think about until they're difficult, until they're things that we no longer can do. And probably the biggest lesson caregiving has taught me is that things we take for granted are often the biggest blessings in our lives. That's one reason that I have become more intentional with my time, with my days. They're not perfect. Lord knows they're not perfect, but they are intentional. Because if God gives me another day, I want to use it. I want to enjoy it. I want to take care of myself. I want to take care of my home. I want to take care of my family. I want to be present with the people that I love. And I want to be a blessing to other people. Like I want to be a blessing to those that the Lord puts me around that day, whatever. So it's really made me look at my own life differently. It's really changed the way that I look at my own life. Like, y'all, I see people who struggle to move. They struggle to bend over. People who cannot get from one room to another. It just makes me appreciate things that I used to take for granted. It reminds me that my health is a gift. My mobility is a gift. Even the ability to walk across the room is a gift. Okay, house reset. Now it is time for a me reset. So for years, I thought that like self-care had to be something big. Like it had to be a vacation or a spa day or like the perfect morning routine. But these days, self-care looks a lot different to me. Sometimes self-care is simply keeping the promises that I make to myself. And working out and walking is a promise that I made to myself at the beginning of the year, and I have really tried to stick with it, y'all. I'm really, really working on myself. As a caregiver, I have firsthand seen what happens when you lose your mobility. And bless their hearts, some of my patients have taught me lessons that they never even realized they've taught me. You know what I mean? They've taught me not to wait until something hurts, not to wait until I have a health scare, not to wait until it's difficult. They've taught me to take care of myself now. Because the truth is, we all think we have more time than what we do. We think we'll start next Monday, we'll start next month, we'll start when work slows down, we'll start when life isn't so busy. But let me tell you something, life is always going to be busy. There will always be another excuse and another reason to put ourselves last. And for a long time, that's exactly what I did. I spent so much time taking care of everybody else that I forgot I deserved some self care too. And maybe some of you can relate to that. Maybe you're a caregiver. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe you're the person everybody calls when they need something. And somewhere along the way, you stopped making yourself a priority, not because you don't matter, but because everybody else seemed more important. I've learned that's not sustainable because if I'm running on empty, eventually I have nothing left to give. So these little habits matter: the walking, the stretching, the mobility, the sunshine, the fresh air, the clean home, the organized space. None of it is revolutionary, okay? But it all adds up. And I truly believe the small things we do consistently have the biggest impact over time. 10 years ago, you would have never told me that I would be doing yoga, for heaven's sakes. Like, let's be clear, nobody's confusing me with a yoga instructor, okay? I'm just trying to keep these joints moving. The older I get, the more I realize that flexibility is a blessing. Do you hear me? Every stretch I do today, like every stretch I do today, is an investment in the future version of myself, or that's the way I see it, anyways. And I want the future version of me to be strong and active and able to enjoy life, you know? Now we're getting to my favorite part, the walk. So, walking has become one of the most important habits in my life. Not because it's intense, not because it's complicated, but because it works. Somewhere along the way, walking stopped feeling like exercise and started feeling like therapy. Once that timer starts counting down, my brain knows exactly what's happening. It's time to stop overthinking. It's time to stop stressing. It's time to breathe. It's just time to walk and clear my mind. The simple walk does more for my mental health than I can even explain, y'all. The fresh air, the sunshine, the movement, it sets the tone for my entire day. If I'm stressed, I feel calmer. If I'm overwhelmed, I feel grounded. If I'm carrying things mentally that I don't need to carry, this helps me let them go. I can't explain it, but it just does. And the beautiful thing is that it doesn't cost me a dime. It's honestly just about taking that first step. And that is so true in life. Getting started is usually the hardest part. But once you start, momentum takes over. And moments like this remind me to slow down, to notice the beauty around me, to appreciate the life that God has given me. Because life moves fast. And if we're not careful, we will miss the blessings that are sitting right in front of us. Now that we've had our little moment, let me show y'all this. So this sign tells about how the earthquake, the New Madrid earthquake, a series of 1874 recorded tremors, generally about 70 miles southwest of the lake, taking place from December 16th, 1811 until March 8th of 1812. The hard shock came at 3 a.m. on Friday, February 7th, 1812, and that's when the Reelfoot Lake was created. The Mississippi River ran backwards for 3 days, and it filled the Reelfoot Lake, and that is what is now this lake. How cool is that, huh? I just had to share. I thought that was so neat. I forgot that that sign was even there. Isn't it funny how when we live in, like places like this, we forget. Like we take it so for granted that like not everybody gets to see this every day. I'm so blessed. I feel so grateful to be in a position that I am. Y'all, I really think what it does for my like mental health is why, or like one of the reasons that this walk has become such an important part of my routine. When I first started walking, I was doing it to lose weight. Like that was the whole point of it. Don't get me wrong. Like I did lose a little weight and that was great. But somewhere along the way, this stopped being about weight loss. It became about how I felt like after I would walk and how I would feel for the rest of the day. And I noticed that the days that I walked, I had more energy. I had a better attitude. I had more patience. I slept better that night. Like it just started to make a world of a difference on so many different levels. And like mentally, I don't know. I felt more like myself, I guess. I was having less anxiety. Um, it just has helped me. It's amazing how something as simple as getting outside for 30 minutes can completely change the direction of your day. You know what I mean? Like, and funny thing is, getting started is always the hardest part. I don't wake up every morning excited to put on my weighted vest and go for a walk. You know what I mean? There are plenty of days that I would rather stay in the bed, but I've learned that motivation usually comes after the action, not before it. Like most of the time, I don't feel motivated until I'm already doing the thing and that I didn't feel like doing. And I think that's true for a lot of areas of life. Sometimes you just have to get started, not perfectly, not with a perfect plan, not with all the answers. Just start. Take the walk, make the appointment, say the prayer, clean the kitchen, whatever it is, just take the first step. And before you know it, those little steps start adding up. You're going to have a cleaner house, a healthier body, a clearer mind, stronger relationship with the Lord, possibly. And eventually you'll look back and realize you've come a lot farther than you thought. I mean, I know I'm not where I want to be yet, but I definitely know I'm not where I used to be, and that's something worth celebrating, I feel like. Y'all, these vital proteins also, let me tell you about this collagen powder. I really like this for my gut health. I don't know what it did, but it has gotten me a little more regular, if you want to say, blah, 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 whatever. But it's also good for like hair, skin, and nails. And it has definitely helped my hair because my hair was shedding really, really bad. But I just mix it in with like almond milk or something, and that's how I drink it. And I usually come in after my walk, and that's what I'll have is a like almond milk kind of shake, I guess you would call it. It's vanilla almond milk, but anyways, and I love it. It's very good. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and share it. Share it with somebody that might need just a little bit of extra, I don't know, oomph, I guess you would say. Anyways, I thank y'all so much for being with me today. I hope that you'll come back and hang out another time, and I hope that y'all have a blessed day.